Hello, hello. Hmm. Hello, everyone. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of my mess in my yard. Hmm. Good morning. Well, it's morning here, anyways. 11:37. Went to court today, and it wasn't the worst thing ever. But I went to court this morning. Okay, I went to court this morning. Good morning, y'all. Um, and when they serve you your papers, when they give you your paperwork, they tell you in the paperwork to that well they give you instructions and they say that you won't be in the same courtroom or the same waiting room or whatever with good morning, Angela. Thank you for joining. um that you wouldn't be in the same room as the person that you're filing paperwork against in this situation. And lo and behold, I'm sitting in this waiting area and I've read the instructions and everything. And God knows I don't like to read instructions. My husband always be saying to me, "Did you read the directions?" I read the instructions this time. You dealing with court, sitting in the waiting room, and I'm confident because this is court. And the respondent in my situation pops up in the same waiting room that I'm sitting in. And I'm like, I don't believe this. So I go up to the attendant and I say, "Hey, this girl is not supposed to be in the same room that I'm in. She's the respondent." An argument breaks out. But praise the Lord, it wasn't between me and the respondent. It was between the respondent and the clerk that was there. So, okay, I'm cooler than a cucumber, chilling. We go inside the court. I can't get no word out. Somebody hollering across the room saying I'm lying. Okay, I be a liar. Uh, anyways, she ended up having to have her shoulder touched on by the police officer inside of the court, asking her to control herself. I won't go into every detail yet, being as that somebody is getting lawyers and stuff. But we all know there's a video, at least the sound of everything that was happening here on that day. So, um, but yeah, sometime after Thanksgiving, which means I got month, another month that I have to deal with. And on top of it, in court, she told me, well, she didn't tell me because at that point, she was instructed to only look towards the judge and said that she's going to bring my son to testify against me in court. So though I shouldn't have let that have no effect on me, I'm gonna be honest and say, golly, that was a punch to the gut. But is he actually gonna do it? I don't know. We'll see. Imagine that. Knowing I've been doing the right thing, moving in the right way. Hey, Cassie, thank you, Angela, for that. Um, Knowing I've been moving the way I move, I ain't took down nothing. Everything that happened is recorded. You can hear me from the beginning. Absolutely. I'm beyond pissed. I done already told the judge. It's there. Watch the entire thing. Listen to the entire thing. And hear my resolution. I was finna vacate my own property. But yeah, she getting lawyers involved. So, and I don't even know if I should be talking about this, but listen, all I can do is be honest. It's the truth. What you gonna do? Put a gag order on me? Say I can't talk or whatever? Um, it is what it is. And like I said, before I even started here, I said I'm gonna talk about the stuff that's going on in my life, stuff that I want to talk about. If you bring yourself and enter into my space, and I feel like I need to talk about it because I feel like somebody else going through this, I'm gonna I'm I'm gonna talk about it. It just is what it is. Getting lawyers while staying on your property. If whew, and this is why I say I have to talk. I have to talk through this situation because where it may be like it's so easy to y'all, and you could just make a snap decision. And God knows I want to make a snap decision, and I ain't never had to be so patient and still in my life. Except for when I was a little kid, when I didn't have no power to stop what somebody else doing. And to think that your husband went to work, bought you and your kids a piece of property and a house, and all the work I put in raising my kids and stuff, and somebody from the outside can come in. You can't move them off of your shit. They can call you every name in the book. Go back to that video and listen. This girl told me to eat her PUSS. You can hear. Imagine. Oh, Lord. And I got to say this because it just is what it is. She a whole different color than what I am. And with me even saying that, I'm going to say this. I ain't never ever in my life encountered a white person that I had an issue with. Not one. First encounter. First time. I done had some back and forth with some. And guess what? Walked away and resolved it. But I never, and then the audacity, I can't move her. I don't have anything against no white people. I love all of my neighbors are just about white, every single one of them. And I get along with every one of them. Everyone. In the video, you can hear my neighbor yelling across the fence, I'm so sick of her. And yet I say all of that. And I'm still telling you, a part of me don't want her to go nowhere. And you ask why? Ooh, she got my grandbaby. So trust me, I ain't never had nobody. I talk to people all the time about people coming to their house and disrespecting them. Whether it be my children, my cousin, my family member, or whatever, I've always kept it real and said, if a person don't know how to respect the way you live in your house, they don't got to like the way you live. But this where you live at. If you don't like the way we live here, then they should go somewhere else. And here I am in a position I want this person to go, but then again, I don't want her to go. I feel like I can help her. Another position I'm in, I've raised 14 children, and a lot of them was missing out on their mama. I know what that do to children. Hell, I know what it's like when children don't have they daddy, let alone mama. And both are equally important. But I'm in one hell of a dilemma. But I guess that's the part of me that's always thinking about everybody else but me. And I think she feel like because she's stuck me with that one thing, I'm going to take this and I'm going to poke it. I'm going to bring your son to court to testify against you. You got it. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to hope for no. I'm going to pray for no. He ain't going to be there. But I'm telling you, it's like there's a change that happened inside. And there's things that change. Once your son get out there and he get into that big old world and he get into dating, the first thing to them don't show up is that the way mama and daddy raised them or what they showed them. The first thing they do is they resort to, I'm going to do whatever the hell it is that I want to do. So you can look at it and be like, I ain't raised you this way, this, or whatever. Honey, please. When the kitty cat get involved, all that shit go out the window. All of that go out the window. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't ignoring y'all. I'm gonna go back up and see questions. Thank you all for being here and listening to my rant. And I hope I'm just talking to the air right now. Nobody going through none of this craziness that's over here. Getting lawyers while staying on your property, the nerve. Right, Cassie? Patricia, good morning and praying for you. Patricia, thank you so much. I need them all. I really do. I swear some people got some big. Yeah, they sure do. They sure do. And I'm just like, yeah. Mm. Um, Good morning. Good morning to everybody. The what time it is? Yeah, it's still morning here. I hope everybody having a good day. And I can't say like my day was the worst, but I was hoping that this was going to be over, and I have a solution. I can tell you, there's several things that get under my skin about this whole situation, and sometimes I have to come on here, even though I don't even want to be talking about this. I don't want to be talking about. I can't be showing y'all beautiful stuff all the time in my yard. So we working on one part of the yard. So this the day y'all get to see the mess, the messy part over here. Instead of showing y'all the beautiful stuff all the time, that's just real life, especially with gardening. You tell stuff one day shifting, moving stuff around. But where I'm looking at, it's still beautiful over here on this side. And see my beautiful banana tree. I don't know if y'all can see any of the bananas, but it's there. Um, yeah, this child. Mm, there's so many things that I can say. I forgot where I just left off at. So if anybody remember what I was just saying before I start talking about everything else. Um, Hello again to everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining. You raise all them kids. All them kids. You're a good wife. Your son won't do you. Yeah, I don't. I think I'm gonna stay. If he testifies against you, he'll regret very soon after. Yeah, I don't think he will. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that you think your kids won't do because you raised them in a lot of ways. And one thing that I have realized over all the years that I have raised kids, which has been um 33 years of my life. Um, and more that I've been raising kids. So I know a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things that happen. Your first thing, your kids, the very things you're trying to protect your kids from, it seems like are the very things that they chase after once they get out of here. And I love to give examples. I love to give stories of not just telling them why, but give you an example and a story of how and why it can turn out. I always had them kind of conversations with my kids and stuff. But it just seemed like no matter what you try to teach them, it's like I never tried to make them feel like they just the only ones that did it. No, there's conversations have been had, and it's like, yeah, I've tried that before, and it does not work out good for you. Hoping that you do the opposite. But honey, they go and they get their own minds, and you can't tell these kids nothing. Yeah, so I just don't know. You know how that's gonna go. We will see. I'm worried about that because my son will be 16 this year, and I can say this right here is the one. This is something that I say all the time, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't need everybody to agree with it. But if you got a son Raise him the same way you would tell your daughter to not go out here and give it away, give it away, give it away. Don't hype your son up and tell him to go and get with this and go and get with that and all of that kind of stuff. It don't need to be taught. They don't need to be taught that. Because you have to think of it in that way. If you teaching him to sleep with everyone, then there's somebody out there telling or teaching their daughter how to be this. So for me, I taught my sons to be, and I don't even know what all words I can say on here because even somebody flagged my page the other day for a video, not flagged my video, but I got a strike on my page, warning on my page the other day about the video I did about my little my friend that I have on here on my page sometimes. The girl on there pulling her hair and all of that stuff. So I don't know what all I can say, but I taught my kids to keep yourself pure until you meet the right person or whatever. You can't be around here giving away. I teach my sons the same thing. Do they go out there and do exactly what you say? Nope. And I no, they don't do that. But do that mean that you don't teach it to them? No, because then I look back and if you taught your son, go ahead and get it, go ahead and get it, then there's also those other boys out there looking for your girl that you teach that you teaching you want her to keep it to herself. So if y'all can follow my craziness, because I'll be all over the place talking about everything. So, whew, Charlie Child, just keep on praying for him. That's all you can do. Keep on. Your background is beautiful. Thank you, Angela. The dating game today is scary nowadays. Also, a lot of kids dying behind it too. Absolutely true. And I think social media got a whole lot to do with it because everything's so backwards. You got the song "Don't Come After Me, Beehive," but it's the truth. Beyonce singing the songs that she's singing, but her life are way different than the song she's singing about. Cardi, she's singing the songs that she's singing, and then her husband posts videos of her doing all the things she say she don't do in those songs. And these girls singing this stuff, and they got it, and they really think these things is true. That this is how you do it, and it's crazy. Oh, I tell you, I'll be all over the place. Every comment that I read. Thank you. I gotta show the banana tree too. On the other side, another one of those done came out. It's coming out on the other side, and it looked like I called it Audrey off a Little Shop of Horror. The plant will say, "Feed me, Seymour." Y'all gotta watch that movie. Not the they got an old one, but then they got the one where like the I think that was the OJs or the something was doing the talking and the singing and stuff in there. Yeah, that's old school. Little Shop of Horror. Hey, Growing with Hudson. Thank you for coming through. Thank all of y'all for coming through. Um, um, Black Butterfly. I've watched you when you had a conversation about you taking in your siblings. So briefly, what's going on? Hope you're okay. I will pray with you and for you. Black Butterfly, thank you so very much. There are it's a whole lot of stuff going on. Me and my son's girlfriend got into a situation, and they have a kid together. And it's all on here. It's on the lives, so you have to go back and look about that, because I really don't want to go all the way back and talk about that, because it brings up a different energy in me. So um yeah, you're absolutely right. I've That's where I originally started at. But if you go back to my very first video, I said I'm at all times I can be all over the place because it's always something different happening, even though I try to be here all by myself and just peaceful. All out here in the I would call this like country living. You move away from the excitement of everything to come out here to the quietness. And it's following me. It's following me. I'm trying to run. But I thank you for keeping up with me. And yes, I absolutely did take in my siblings. Yep. And a lot of people don't even know that they don't understand that before I took in my siblings, I was already raising them when I was living in the house with my mom before she passed away. So, hey, Pretty Brown. You taught him right. Thank you very much, Rita. Um, I appreciate the mods so very much. And you all over here is a safe space. You can ask questions as long as you keep them respectful and you respect everybody that's in the chat with the questions that they do ask. Don't beat nobody over the head because they ask a question. If I don't like the question that they ask, I'll be like, and keep it moving. And if they say the wrong thing, they might get a good tongue lashing, maybe. But I try to keep it nice and cute over here. I try. But we don't mess with bugs and worms. That's why they call us the high class gardeners over here. So, but you can get plucked out. Now we got some pluckers over here. So just come through, ask your questions, and be nice. Um, my son's a mama's boy for sure. And he has 2 children by 2 different girls. And he's 24. He told me he doesn't want any more children. Child support is way too expensive. I told him, yep, babies, ooh, they are expensive. I had somebody say it one time. You know what? See, that's gonna start a whole another conversation because I told you I have so much stuff on the inside of me. For everything somebody say to me, I can almost give a story that match with something that they just said or something because it just be like that. Whew. I mean, imagine raising. Now I know I keep hearing a cat crying. Why he want to cry while I'm here? Where you at? Oh, child, please. Um, raising that many kids and dealing with their parents. Oh Lord, or not dealing with them. And I think it's worse when you don't deal with them because that means they don't have no dealings with their kids either. So either way, you still gonna get what you're gonna get. It's on here. Yeah, Pretty Brown, it's on here. It's the thing, it's the live call. Miles, what is it? I'm gonna tell you in just 1 second. I don't even know how to grab no link or no nothing like that to be able to tell you like how to do that, and I'm just admit it. But Charlie knows how to do it if she's still in here. I don't know if Charlie's still in here. But that's why you're a moderator, so you have to learn how to do it too. I'm trying to do your job for you, but it's called let's see. It is called Ready to Do the Wrong/Right Thing. And that video will tell you about everything that's been happening lately in my life. I I don't even want to mess up your name, and I think it's Shanice World. But hi, thank you for joining us over here. Welcome to the channel. No, I'm telling them, Mellow. Oh, yes, that's the name of it on here. You literally say what happened or something. That's the title of the. Huh? Girl, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no clue. That's the one. That's the one in the mist. The other video after that is where you get the background story. Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. It is. It's like the last three videos where you can catch up on everything that's been happening. So I don't know. You these streets on here is funny, and I want to keep on mentioning this. I put a video up the other day of a little girl that well, she's not a little girl. I don't want to keep saying that, but she's like only 4 feet tall, and she's 19. But she's in high school, and there's some kids there that are statues compared to her. Um, and they putting handcuffs on her and everything. What you need? You have to throw those away. Go put them in the garbage. Um, they're statues compared to her. But anyways, you could have seen her on the video, and they're struggling to put handcuffs on her. Um, they're struggling to put handcuffs on her, and she's telling them not to. I didn't show it didn't have sound on the short, but I also posted a video with the sound on it where you can hear what is happening. They got to put it, ended up getting her into the handcuffs, and rummaging through her purse. She had a sew in her head that I personally put into her head. They were pulling her hair in the video and everything. But YouTube, I tagged the school in it where it happened. At the school has done nothing about what happened to her. It happened on campus. There's a videotape of it. I have the videotape, but I got a warning for it, so YouTube took it down. And the other one I took down before they give me another a warning, or they strike my channel or whatever. So, and I'm in the process of learning how to deal with those kinds of things, because I've come on here, I'm learning. I don't know anything about this. I just come on here talking, and it is what it is. And I guess I'll find out later about it. Girl, you better go and take that down or whatever. So, um, but yes, thank you all. But on that story, I wish I could give you a little bit more information, but there's a lot of stuff going on with Kajaria Jeanneret. She has been through a lot. She has been through chemotherapy and everything, and it just seemed like there's a lot of can you say bullying on here? I don't even know. Hell, they don't want you to tell the truth about nothing. You can't talk about nothing without having the sugar coated, and they want to. Yeah. Mm. Anyways, I will search for the story. Thank you, Black Butterfly. Yeah, you'll get an earful. How I meet this girl. Yeah, that's one of the how I met this girl. That's one of the video. Be careful out there. Yes. Um, yeah, Kajar. Yeah, I went to Lake Howell. Yeah, Lake Howell High School. They're not doing anything so far. This incident happened last Friday. And what I feel like is happening, because everybody that's is posting a video some kind of way, it's getting taken down on with everything, and they're saying that it's violence. Yes, well then, if it's violence, then how come ain't nobody doing nothing about it? I mean, ain't nobody made no moves. But then now the news reporters, I've even given it to other people. I don't know if they got a chance to download it before it was taken off or whatever, and I don't even know how any of that worked. But you can't do nothing and just tell the truth about it. The video was there in itself. You could see everything that was happening, but Yet it had to be taken down. It's change the J and the C around. They're all the right letters, just switch them around. Charlie, thank you. Um I had to talk to my sister about, if you see something, say something. I know that's right. And I feel like a whole lot of things started happening to her because there was an incident at school where a girl placed some marijuana in her purse. She went to go and see what the girl placed in her purse. And when she went to go and see what the girl placed in her purse, she immediately took her purse to the front office and gave it to the principal. And it seemed like ever since she did that, it's like she been target for even a she her and another girl was inside of the bathrooms. A boy came inside of the bathroom at this same school. A boy came inside the girl's bathroom and closed the girl's bathroom door and locked the door with him and the two girls in there. You had to call the outside police for them to do anything about it because they was trying to tell her mama that she shouldn't do anything about it. And I'm just like, this is unbelievable, the stuff that keep on happening to her at school, and ain't nobody making no moves. So yes, you all, if you all want to write Lake Howard High School here in Seminole County, Orlando, Florida, um yeah, feel free to go ahead and call in to the school board and ask them some questions about this situation or whatever, but yeah, I just feel like they're not doing moving and doing enough. She has gone through chemotherapy. She have been through bone marrow transplant. She done been through it all. She also has a story of she was also a baby where her mom used while pregnant with her. And she is a twin. The other twin came out very, very fine. And the she wore the brunt of everything that mom was doing while she was pregnant. And she's been going through it ever since. Um, so, um, thank you, ma'am. She's been going through a whole lot of stuff, but I'm just like, this is absolutely crazy. So, I've asked her brother to start putting up, and yes, her brother is running the page because I've had a conversation with him. That there's a lot of things that can happen here on YouTube. People say mean things and everything. So to prevent her from, he's somebody who know what they doing, no matter what he done been through in his life. He's putting up the feed for her to protect her from people saying all of the crazy things that they say. But follow her story because it is going to be one heck of a ride. I mean, she was found at one, and I really don't want to tell her whole story, but just to know is that she was removed by DCF, and her grandma went and rescued. Is how I got to meet her. Um, so yeah, that's just I don't want to give too much of her story away, so I'm gonna move right on past that. But yep, Dyke Road, Winter Park, in Lake Howell. So yeah, um, yeah, I'm in a dilemma with my little situation. So um, I posted the link on my page, and it's been deleted. Well, there, Callie's proved it because see, they sent me a warning. Yep, YouTube sent me a warning, so I'm just like, um, okay. And I'm pretty sure there are some other things that I could do, but I mean, I don't want to keep going back and forth with no YouTube about this right here because then there's other ways. The story is getting out, people are talking about it, and the more I feel like the more traction that you get, people will start talking about it and stop letting like and my kids have gone to that school before, and I just don't it wasn't like that when my kids was going there. So I definitely don't get this, and I just don't understand. It's like how all this stuff can keep happening to her. And another reason I think that they trying to hide this story too. Again, y'all, I be all over the place. According to what these comments be saying, it just make me think about stuff. So I'm all over the place with this. I think they hiding it is because in this video, those are 3 cheerleaders. And honey, those cheerleaders was at another football game. Now one of them, every one of them was over here jumping at another school just this last Friday at that football game. So there's like this little thing. If you're a cheerleader or you're a football player and all of this stuff, sometimes they don't hold these kids accountable for the stuff that they be doing. So I don't know what's going on, but I think there's a lot of hiding going on over there. So I'm gonna keep on talk about it. Oh, don't be late to work, girl. Thank you for coming in and joining. Again, I appreciate everybody for joining, and hopefully this next, because we have a month before we go back to court again, because she says she's getting lawyers and bringing my son to testify against me. So we'll be here on this same property. I know what else I was going to tell y'all. That one other thing that had happened. And because I don't get my children involved in what's going on, my kids know I got a YouTube page. So they watching and they can hear what's going on or whatever. They knew about it before I was going to start. So I know they be watching my page. It is what it is. But I don't tell my grandbaby, who you hear talking to me every now and then in the background. She has no clue. So every time she sees this girl come in and out of the yard, which she has to go past my house to get to her house. Not her house, but to my son's house. Okay. So I'm looking out the window at my grandbaby playing out in the front yard, and she comes through the front yard, and with glee, she embraces my granddaughter and hug her with the biggest smile on her face, like, yeah, right in your face. So that's the plate I'm eating from right now. And us women understand women. When somebody doing something when they think they got one up on you. But I'm going to choose to take the compliment that I wouldn't bring my 4-year-old grandbaby into any of that. So I looked out that window and I had to eat that. I had to eat it. Was it annoying? It absolutely was. But I ate from it. Well, until next time, I'm gonna try to stay strong and make it through this next month without incident, and try to get back on the course to where I was headed to before all this mess happened. So she just want to be on camera, don't she? The unwanted guest on your property is a whole nother situation that makes me mad, and I don't even know you personally. Please stay strong. Yeah, I'm gonna try and ride it out, but I'm being honest. I ain't never dealt with this kind of disrespect before. Any disrespect that because I always show up with respect, And if somebody disinvites me from the place that I'm in, I'll gladly get up and go. I never force somebody to deal with my opinions or whatever, but just as well as you have an opinion, I have an opinion too. And if you say leave or don't come back to your place again, I respect that. And in the same way that if I don't want you here, you would think that any other person would just be like, well, then let me, because somebody tell me to get out of that place. Okay, then I'm out of here. You know, I don't want to stick around to somebody's place where I'm not wanted. But you know, child, you got this new age that's coming up, and they think that, child, they be knowing the laws, honey. But that's why, and I tell y'all this, I ain't gonna even waste my time getting no damn lawyer. Child, please. That ain't gonna happen. I ain't finna pay for no lawyer. For what? When I got everything on video. I got surveillance cameras. So what y'all didn't see, the surveillance camera did see. Cause I had my phone stuck up under the seat of the thing, you know, because I wasn't trying to put my friend on here or whatever, because she's not a person that want to be on YouTube or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She don't care anything about it, but she, I let her know when she walked up that she was on there. But yeah, okay, child. These, I again, I have never dealt with this kind of disrespect. Not even with one of my kids. Child, please. It'll take some time for the police to get here to get the lock off of one of mine if it happened. But, ooh, child. Never have I. Never. I don't disrespect people, and I don't want nobody to come here and disrespect me either. Period. Hmm. Hmm. And you know what, Callie, when you say the unwanted guest, because I would almost say, don't just put unwanted, put unwanted/wanted, because and like I said, I'm in a dilemma. Because my grandson is at stake. So, yeah. Enjoying your live chats, praying peace for everything to work out in your favor. Yes, Tanya, I need all of those prayers. Can you go over there on that side and get out my camera view? She look like she watching the camera for she can be in the video. I thought I said I don't want y'all on YouTube. She just done ran all in the video. You okay? Yeah, I need all the prayers that I can get, because this is a different situation. It's easy, when you get out and everything, and then the only thing y'all just don't know, that this is not the first time that this has happened. Mad disrespect. I mean, I've been 52 bitches and hoes and everything. And I got a daughter the same age this girl is. And you don't even understand. I ain't never heard my daughter that's the same age as her say a cuss word. And she come along and say all that she say. And invite your boyfriend's mama to eat your kitty cat. is the highest level of disrespect. Imagine telling somebody who you want to be your mama-in-law, because I don't care how you slice it or dice it, you want to marry him. You want to marry him, but you invited his mama that don't eat kitty cat to eat your kitty cat. That's a strong no. Strong, very strong. So, yeah. And that's also in that video. You can hear her telling me, Lord, you can't make this stuff up. Stay strong, be but focused, Shauna. There are narcissists, evil out there. Keep documenting and sending. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to. That's one thing. Listen, I don't care what nobody say about VS. And that's VS Icon. And if somebody in here and can post the link to her page, if you go and watch her and you don't pay attention to too much of the mess that's going on, there is a message and there's millions of diamonds in there of lessons that she giving you over and over and over again. You can choose to pay attention to them if you want to. But I know that there was a purpose when I first started watching her, because I know on everything, if I had not been watching what was happening over there to her, I wouldn't have no idea to watch my steps the way that I watch them right now. So I don't know what she mean to everybody else, but that's what I got from her from watching her these past years. And no matter what she do, how she do it, and yet I still ain't found what she did wrong yet. I ain't saying that she ain't wrong, because I don't know everything. But what I know about her and what I've seen has been a blessing to me so far. And I thank and I pray to God for every single day. I absolutely do. So go over there if you like and get out of it what it is that you can get out of it and throw the rest away. um, Maybe they'll all need to get out of there on their own, like true adults. Callie. Yes. That would be nice. But I think Kelly, you was in here when I said before that maybe because I have a dream doesn't mean that everybody else can see it the way that I see. But I'm trying to teach my kids about generational wealth and creating it, because we don't have it. We don't have it yet, but I'm trying to teach them about generational wealth. And what greater place could you be than on a piece of land? We have more than 2 acres of land here. What can be better than staying in your mom's backyard where she don't bother you? I don't say nothing about their stuff unless it's spilled outside. Then it becomes an issue for me. Other than that, no problems. I ain't set your rent at no $1,500, because there ain't even a 1 bedroom here in Orlando, Florida. And if you find one, please send the listings. And they have a child, so you need at least a 2 bedroom. Where are you going in Orlando? Well, that you want to stay, because I'm sure you can go over there on Mercer Drive and you probably can find you some, probably about $600-700. Um, I'm just saying it wouldn't be in no place that they'll want to stay in. But I'm saying, why would you go and pay somebody who's already making bukus of money when you can stay here and save your money and create your own generational wealth and go and buy you a piece of property or something? But hey, maybe I just ain't making no sense. I don't know. Yeah. But okay, that would be a great number one, because then too I would also say to that is, if you don't have the experience of what it's like out there versus what it's like here, then you don't have anything to weigh it against. So that is something that I also have on the altar. Um, that maybe it is for them to go and have that experience. And at this point, I want them to have the experience because I feel like they don't understand what they have while they here. And I'm saying they is because they together. They together. And no matter how I try to separate him, it's his fault for bringing her in my surrounding space. When I've always said, I don't want to meet your girlfriends, I don't want to meet your boyfriends, especially if they just a fly by night thing. Don't bring them here and try to introduce them to me. I don't like people in my space like that. I don't want to get to know a whole bunch of people like that, and then next week something done happened to them. All this, no. I want people. I want to meet people that there's purpose for them being there. Don't want to be there wasting a whole bunch of energy and stuff connecting to people and all that stuff. I just ain't never been that kind of mom. I haven't, and I'm the type of person that I be praying people away when they come. I don't necessarily be praying them away, but this is my prayer. Lord, if they ain't for them, move them out of their life. And it's plain and simple. And if they for them, then they ain't going nowhere. I don't get to decide. I'm basically telling God to have his way in that situation. And that's what I'm gonna continue to do. So I don't know. Charlie, could you drop VS's link to her page too so like people can go and check over there? Yes, ma'am. The dream came. The dream can go to the next child. He's not ready. Yeah, sometimes it just don't be clicking in yet. I want them to go and get the experience so that what you had here, you can be out there wishing, honey, when them bills come and start hitting you. And what I can say is here, bills ain't even $1,000 over here. Not least coming from my way. So you're gonna go out there and you're gonna pay 500 more. And I'm telling you, it's not even 1,000, but I don't have to say all of that right there. But I'm just saying what you have here. You don't have to deal with no parking lot of people because 9 times out of 10, what you're gonna go and do is you're gonna find an apartment. And then you got to deal with a whole bunch of people. And guess what? If you living next door to somebody and something break out, honey, them people hear through those walls and they're gonna be calling 911 too. You know, but sometimes people just don't get it. Just don't get it. Right. The next, I let the dream carry on to the next one. Oh, that's another way. Rent needs to go. Whoo, child. I think I need to write up we need to create a lease or something. I never in a million dreams thought, I ain't never seen this. Yeah. Nope. You just, and maybe just because I had a dream don't mean that everybody else want that dream. But I'm just like, golly, it's like you can't keep paying attention to create generational wealth, create generational wealth. I done watched Kwame Brown's channel so many times, and it's like every time, if I don't even watch the whole video, it's like every time I click on one of his videos or everybody's videos who I keep clicking on, the one word that keep poking out is generational wealth. And it's like no matter how, and I can't say that it ain't working. It's just that sometimes when stuff is introduced to somebody, they don't necessarily receive it right then and there, but it can click in, later on down the line. Thank you very much, Charlie. Sometimes some kids need to go to appreciate things. I've also had that. I've also had that experience too. When they go through, so I think on one of my lives, I said where one of my daughters called CPS on me a long way back when. I think she was like 15 or 16 back then, and she called me about a month or. Oh, I'm sorry, it was blanking out. She called me about a month ago, and let me know that she had did that and that she was sorry. Hold on, just one. Okay, I'm not back again. I see it was going in and out. I don't even know where I left off. I didn't expect them to give me anything. I wanted to not be a drain on them, but to help. Absolutely. Absolutely. My daughter moved into my new home and pays the utilities and maintenance for my car. Hey, I mean, uh, important thing is they all need to be doing something. I always, um, as long time